in the Children Museum of Mexico City. Is one of the best, and it was a wonderful experience because most of the time we made it in at schools, but now if you have the challenge to be in the great museum of the Children Museum, you have a very hard challenge to do, and it was so nice. We made some workshops there. We love to sing the song Mitch Resnick gave us the last year, in Spanish and in English, and we love to have different things to do with, not only with scratch, with makey or but doing doing plays with the parents and the teachers also together. This is
Great.
one of the yes.
Thank you very much. We have two other people here.
Okay,
Chiara
thank you.
From Italy. Chiara, are you with us? Please turn on your microphone. And we have also Adele Kassa from Tunisia. Maybe you could introduce yourself. Oh, or not? She's here. Okay. So maybe you should start your presentation, and when they're back, we can make this introduce.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, very well.
Yes. Okay, great. So I'm Ilan from France, near Paris, and I've been developing Apidoo for nearly 2 years now. I made a little slideshow with some pictures about where I went to school, or school in French, and more about Apidoo and the education world in France. I'm not sure about the quality of the pictures, but let's try it. 1 second. Okay. So this is the school I went to in France. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's called School 42. It's a free coding school in France, which is really around based around a new way of learning, because we have no teachers, no curriculum, and no schedules. It's only a place with, as you can see on the picture, 900 computers, and you come here, you do projects, and that's how you learn. It's only a peer-based learning experience, and it's free. And there's a lot of gamification here, because you do projects that you are peer correcting, and then you gain experience points and you increase your level. And when you're level 21, you finish the school. So it's really a new, another way of teaching in France since 2013. And that's when I went to school to learn coding. So I wanted to talk to you about it. We have opened another school in Silicon Valley, and there is another one in South Africa. This is the pedagogical director of the school here with an Apidoo in its hand. And as I said, this is like the project map of the school. We have no given path, you take your world and you specialize in what you want around computer science. I just wanted to do a brief intro about the school I went to, because I think it's a great place for if you were into pedagogy. So that's one of the, after the school and during my school, I've been working with kids a lot. This is one of the projects that I did, a giant piano that you can see on the floor here. And I've been working with a non-profit called Les Petits Débrouillards, which is around science, and which was funded like 30 years ago. So an old non-profit in France doing a lot of workshop around science. And one of a way of thinking is you can learn science with like $1 or $2. You can make a workshop for kids. You don't have to have expensive equipment. You can do you can teach science and the basic of science with really little things. You don't need to have a lot of money. So this is one of the projects I made with them. So to discover music, and as you can see, children kind of loved it. Just running on a giant piano that made a lot of sense. So to talk more about what I'm doing, this is one of the early prototypes of Apidoo. Apidoo is a digital interface. Mainly, we are on Scratch, but we are also, you can also use it with a lot of other development platforms, such as an Arduino, as you can see on this picture. The idea is really to give children a more childish object when they are using digital, and not only adult subjects. We think that when child is doing stuff around digital, they shouldn't be using adult objects like smartphone or tablets. They can use objects that they understand and that really belongs to what they like and what they do. So here we've been you can see it on one of our only demo. It was on a Maker Faire in Paris. And it was just a quick demo to show what you can do with Apidoo. We have like three LEDs and one small motor that you can that you could move or interact with thanks to Apidoo, and children could program on the computer which how the interaction was made. That's another workshop that we did with kids. It's kind of a small picture. I'll be trying to zoom in. We've been using like laser cutters and conductive textile because on Apidoo you have no buttons. Everything is made with conductive textile. I will show you later on the real one that I have with me. But the idea is really to make an object that doesn't seem or doesn't feel too technological, but more something that look like a regular toy. So to do something around that, we made once a workshop with the sort of Fab Lab that I'm working in France, and children could make their fake small Apidoo with a laser cutter.
Ilan, it's just a moment. Sorry for interrupting you, but
yep.
We have now Sophie from Cameroon.
Yes.
And she joined us just now. So if you could please come back some slides to show your Apidoo from the beginning, just for her. Yes, just for.
Do I have like?
Yes, just.
Yep, this one. Oh,
yes.
I can just go back to the webcam, just to.
Could you explain again,
yep.
please?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Sophie. So I'm Ilan from France, and I'm the founder of Apidoo. Apidoo is a plush toy, a connected plush toy, which aims to give children a more childish experience when they are learning coding, or in general when they are using technology. We think that children only have interface that belongs to adults, and nothing that they can really understand and that belongs to their world. So we made a cute plush toy. And as I was saying, we've made several workshops with it and several iterations around Apidoo. So let me just go back to what I was showing.
Simon.
Hey.
We have Simon from Tanzania and Sophie from Cameroon. Welcome, guys.
Hello, guys.
Welcoming you here. Alan is presenting his work.
Yeah.
And so, welcome.
Asante.
Then we can introduce each other. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Please go on.
Okay. So, Apidoo has been used in several workshops around coding. On this picture, you see it with an Arduino, when it was like just turning on and off some LEDs and moving your motors. But it was fun, and to show children how you can interact with technology, and just the notion of a sensor controlling another electronical component. So this one, this shows our early prototypes. I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer, but this is our early prototypes, and this is another workshop that we did with the workshop that where I'm working every day. We used laser cutters to make these small souvenir gifts, and children could make their own fake Apidoo, but it was more an introduction about electronics, what conducts electricity and what doesn't, and just to show that there is some piece of clothing that can conduct electricity. That was. You want the name of the, Sophia? I think the chat. You want the name of the project?
Yes, please.
Okay, and next picture. So this is what the prototypes that we had, and our last one, which is this one. We added colors because we have seen that a lot of kids. We are targeting really small kids, kindergarten children, and it was really easier for them to use the colors than just left and white. We are aiming at children from 3 to 6, but we've been using it with older children on Scratch, for example, and on some workshops there were even teenagers that love playing with a plush. When we started, we thought that after nearly 10 years old, children will be like, we don't want plushes, it's for it's for toddlers, but we were totally wrong. To answer the question in the
excuse me, let's finish the presentation.
Okay,
and
then we'll take Q&A.
We have time for each one.
Okay,
make
great.
Considerations
okay.
and make it.
Okay, I will answer every question after.
We can talk. It's more interactive. Okay.
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 No problem. So.
Okay.
Just a picture with the French president, because I could, because I have one. This is just to talk about. So this is one of my favorite pictures, actually, of Apidoo. We did some meetups in a Fab Lab when we've been having like let's think about what we can do with Apidoo. And at some times I took this picture. The man on the left is managing every day a team of 5 developers, and he's currently on Scratch. And on the right, you see 14 years old children. the man on the left is on Scratch, and the little children is coding in Python. That was really a great moment to see an adult on Scratch and a young children on Python. So we've been in Fab Labs, just to as a side note. You cannot design your own Apidoo because it's a toy. It's kind of a complicated object, but we are aiming to be more and more open source. Today the design is in Creative Commons, but we want people to be able to create new things and to make a community around it. But we are not fully open source at the moment. We will be in the near future, I hope. So we've been doing workshops in Fab Labs where people tried to create new games or a new interaction with Raspberries, Arduino, and you know all this stuff. So this one actually the same night on Scratch when everyone was creating a new game, and it was really fun to see adults and children around playing around it. So this is what I'm currently working on, because Apidoo is also a commercial project, and we are currently doing some games with students in game design or interaction design around Apidoo, because we want to sell it with an app, an educational app. So this game, I will make you a demo later, or with the webcam it will be better, but it's just a small game with Apidoo, so where you can where you control the character on the screen with the plush to make some space between the children and the screen, and have more interaction around the motor skills and spatial interaction, more than just a swipe or tapping on the tablet. So that was maybe I could take some question about Apidoo, because then I have a few remaining slides about what's the edtech world in France. But so if you want to talk about Apidoo, maybe we can now, and we will check about more of what's education like in France afterwards.
Yes, feel free. If you have something else to say, go on.
Does anyone have any question at the moment?
Okay, let's.
Or I can finish as you want.
First, let's. Okay, let's introduce. There are some people that don't know each other yet. We have Simon, Sophie, and our friend Sowan Kim from South Korea that arrived now. So please introduce yourselves, a little briefly presentation. Sophie, would you like to talk, please?
Now you can speak.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can't hear. Okay. I can hear you, but can't see you. Could you?
Okay, I'm Sophie from Cameroon.
Welcome, Sophie.
Can I go ahead?
Yep.
Yes, please. Great.
I said I was Sophie from Cameroon. I'm a woman in tech, and I work a lot with girls aged 10 to 18. I actually try to increase the number of women in STEM by attracting and retaining them in the STEM field. So I do a lot of work. If you go to my Facebook profile, you see many things that I do, particularly to increase the interest and to share my passion in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics with girls and women in my community. Thank you.
Thank you. We are looking forward to your presentation, Sophie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Thank you. Simon, go on, please.
yeah. Hello, I'm Simon, and I'm from Tanzania in East Africa, and I work with an organization called She Codes for Change. I met Heloisa and some other Scratch members at the Bordeaux Scratch conference. But the work we do here is we empower girls and young women to participate in STEM also. Currently, we are working on a project with Tattoo Stitch, and we're introducing boys, a few boys. We have like 2 boys in our class. We're introducing them to stitching and tailoring. And then the girls who are there, who are about 8 of them, we're introducing them to coding using Tattoo Stitch. Yeah. I'm interested to hear about this story, and yeah.
Please go on. Someone key. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is
Hello.
Han Kim from South Korea. I'm a professor. My major is computer science education, and I was elementary school teacher for 15 years, and I moved to university 4 years ago. So I'm working on make the textbook for computational thinking, to computer science education for K-12 students. So in Korea, we will start computing education start next year for middle school students. So we are preparing the teacher training course, or making a textbook and making computer science materials. So this group is a very creative group. So I'm very happy joining this group. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we can start making questions to Dylan to talk anything. Feel free. Who wants to start? There. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm very glad to have this meeting with all of you. You are genius. You are a genius, and you are so cool. I want to know about Ilian. Ilan, I know you have something to have money to do your project, a crowdfunding or something like that. But I want to know if it was finished on July. This
Yeah. So we did a crowdfunding campaign on July, and yes, unfortunately we didn't reach our goal. We went only to 74%. But we are currently, as I was saying, we are still working on the project, and we are trying to make a game around Apidoo, so we can sell it like buy a plush plus an app, and I think that was what we were missing on the crowdfunding. We were only selling the plush and say you can do stuff on Scratch, you can do stuff on Raspberries or etc. But I think it was not enough to really launch the project and target a large enough audience.
But now we can help you. We are a team.
Yeah.
Then on July, I don't know about you, but now I know, and then we can make a force.
That was my mistake. I went only on French crowdfunding platform. I should have went global with all of you.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Yes, now your word is increasing. So
Thank you very
That's
much.
what we are here for. So
I have a question.
Yep.
But also just to add on to what Veronica said, like right now we are a big force, so we can help you send the word out there so you can fundraise to keep your project alive. But with Shikot for Change here, we're working.
We can't hear you well. Do you have a microphone, or please speak slowly?
Okay. So
Thank you.
right now you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes, it's better. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are working with here in Tanzania to localize some of these tools. Like we've already translated part of Scratch to Kiswahili, to the local language here, and we've worked with the Pocket Code team, and we've translated the whole platform to Kiswahili. My question was like, I know it's going to be commercial, but are you already working with some localization teams to see if it can?
At the moment, it's mainly in French. I'm trying also to do other stuff in English. But as I said, we are, I guess, too French to raise enough money on our crowdfunding campaign. So we are willing to expand. We are, as I said, at the moment, since we're not commercialized, we're not fully open source, we want to preserve some intellectual property, but our goal is really, as the project will develop, to be more and more open source. At the moment, we have, the design is in Creative Commons, and we have API to use it on Scratch, on Unity, on Raspberries. This stuff exists, but I want to go up to having every electronic details on the internet, but it will go step by step. Any other question?
I look forward to working and sharing experience with localization, especially for the African region and English speakers.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's keep in touch.
Cool.
And we are working on and rebuilding our website, and it will be in English for sure. Today, I only have like our crowdfunding. We have translated the page in English, and our video was subtitled in English, but our whole website will be in English to in the following months. Like,
okay, that would be helpful.
At the beginning of next year, it will be in English.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sophie, would you like to talk something?
Yes.
Please go on.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to know his future plans, like in the next 2 years. And also, I would like to know if he's willing to share his experience with some other people in some other countries, like in Cameroon, for instance. If I want to replicate that project here, how is he willing to collaborate with us? Thank you.
So my plan for the next 2 years, as I've said, is obviously to be able to produce more than 10 Apidus. So I will have to industrialize it. That's our main next step. And for this, we will have obviously to raise some funds via crowdfunding or via a fundraising. And so we are currently working, as I said, with students on game design and digital interaction to make some games and to think about, aside from the coding part of Apidu, what games, what educational games and contents are the best that we can push forward around, like about fine motor skills and space, some movement in space around with Apidoo, but also I guess we can do a lot about empathy and that kind of stuff, because it's really an emotional interface first. It's not a robot. This is a plush, so you want to hug it. You don't hug a robot. You hug a plush. So we really want to build games around emotion as well, and more and. About sharing and community in other countries. As I said, this is a commercial project, I won't lie. So my goal is to win some money with it. So I'm not currently in the mindset of sharing everything with everyone, but I want to, but I have to win some money first. I've been working from 2 years for a project that is still not commercialized, so that's life. But if people are doing projects in the same way, and I can help them in any way, so in give them my feedback, I will be more than willing to do it. But currently, it's not. It's not what in the next few months I won't be releasing everything. That's just the development of a company. But
Okay.
if you want, I don't know, like any information on conductive textile, on creating, how can I make something work with Scratch, and anything like that, just call me. I'll be there.
Okay, thank you. So, Wan King, would you like to make some questions?
I'm sorry, I'm late, so I done a full presentation from Sophie, but this project is very interesting for kindergarten for child. So it's a very creative work for kids. But I don't know, do you have any material for teaching that project?
Like pedagogical content?
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't done enough pedagogical content, to be honest. We made some workshop, and we've tried. We have some workshop plans, like you could how to use it, but at the moment we are also trying to target a lower age audience that we've been doing since Scratch. You know, it's children have to learn, have to be able to read. So children from 6 to 8, and we think that Apidoo is really more effective for younger children, like 3 to 4 years old. So we are also saying, how can we do emotional games that also run STEM? That's the kind of thing that we are working at right now. And just as a sign up, let me show you what's inside an Apidoo, because we've been doing it. So when you open an Apidoo, we wanted to make a game that is nice to open and that you want to open, since you know, we have a big.
Please raise it, not too. Okay.
So the Velcro behind it is
far away from the screen, please.
Okay. Okay. So it's yes, green. So children want to open it, and when you open it, you can see. I don't know if the light is good enough, but you can see the connection going to every tactile zone.
It's out of focus. Don't put too close to the screen. It's better if you put.
So let me just.
Yes.
And so we really wanted to make something that children can understand. So when you open it, you have like a small pillow with the electronics inside. As a sign up for Sophie, when you say you are into women in STEM, we put a little Lady Ada. This is Lady Ada as a cool reference to Ada Lovelace. This is Lady Ada that is controlling Apidoo. We wanted to put a woman inside it.
Thank you.
So thank you. Very interesting. Yeah, thank you.
And some people in the toy industry told us you have to make a blue version and the pink version. It was absolutely no way, no way. We've been trying at most to do something that is really gender neutral. Why make it as a boy version and a girl version? No need for it. Anyway, so we really wanted to make something that children can understand, and when you open it, you see how it's made. You see the sensor going to the tactile zones, and that's really something that we wanted to do. And children can so to go back to the earliest question about can children make their own Apidoo? If you buy it, you can just it's
like a scratch. You can look inside to see.
You can look inside, but you can also
like it works.
It won't be easy, but because you have to integrate some special textile, but you can make your own Apidoo based on what's inside. I can take a crocodile clips and put anything I want at the end of the snap. Maybe, do you want me to talk a little bit about education in France? That's what you asked me also, Eloisa.
Yes, please. But could you please stop with the Apidoo?
Okay.
Stop it, please. Just to see, because you can't see.
No problem. Sorry.
The inside of the Apidoo, put in front of the camera, please.
Okay.
To see what is inside. We couldn't see.
Okay, let's try to focus it.
Yes, please.
So this is like a small pillow with snap fasteners at the end that you can put some crocodile clips or on the inside of the rest you have like the corresponding pins.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody could see it? Is it okay for you, people? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So just to talk a little bit about education in France. I have some.
Just to see, if Anders, would you like to make a question, please?
Yes.
Anders.
No, not really. I like to listen to about the French system.
Okay, let's go on.
And if you can go back to the school you talked about first, I think it's very interesting. No teacher, no plan, no nothing. So that's very interesting for me.
Okay, so the school is called School 42 as a reference to the Hitchhiker Guide, you know, the famous science fiction book. Let me pull up again the picture. So this is the school I went to. This is a school with no teacher, no curriculum, no schedules. You only go there. There is like 900 Emacs, and you just go there and you learn to code. It's a coding school.
What is the name, please?
The name is 42. Let me put the website.
This is the 42 one. Okay. Thank you.
Let me just put the website on the chat. This is the French website. I guess it should exist in English, or you can go to 42 USA if you want. So this is the school I went to, and it's only based on projects. So you go there, you do projects. It's a school based on peer learning. So we have a pedagogical team that made some of the subjects and all the how to weight it. We have some guides on how to weight it, but you go there, you make a project, and other peers will correct you, and you will have to correct other peers, and that's how it works. And it's really there is a French billionaire behind it who funded it, so it's totally free. It's tuition free. You just have to. There is like sorry. Let me. I just have to.
Oh, you said before that you have in the school 900 computers, isn't it?
Yep.
And is all that for free?
Yeah. So the computers, of course, stay at schools, but yeah, you just go in. School is open 24/7 too, and that's where it works. So it's really a great school. Look at it online. We'll see a lot of info, but that's a school I went to, and it was really great. It's also famous for its entry exam, which lasts 1 month. And you go there for 1 month every day, and you do projects, and that's how you learn to code. And that's really a fun experience when you're learning code, but you're also learning to learn by yourself, which is, I guess, something really important in nowadays, especially if you're working in computer science. And do you pay for the space? That's not my school. I didn't make it. I went to the school, and but there was a French billionaire called Xavier Niel behind it, and he is the one financing the school for people to go there for free. And they made another one in Silicon Valley, like I guess 1 or 2 years ago, and there was one in South Africa and another one in Poland, I guess. But they are not exactly called 42, but so based on the same thing. So that's the school I went to. To be more specific about our school work in France, yeah, I got this small Wikipedia short, but you can just see how it works. School start at 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old here. And it's mandatory up to 16 years old when you have when school is not mandatory anymore, and that's all school work. We have long school days. We are not like other school. Children go to school nearly all day long, and I'm not specialized to talk about education. I'm not a teacher here in France, but that's how school works, and that's just to see it. One thing really important: it's children usually go to school starting at 2 or 3. I guess you really have to kindergarten. So sorry, is not mandatory, but. Usually children go to kindergarten in France. Let me just, so just to talk about something that happened in France around EdTech. We had a lot, we had a website launch 6 months ago, which is called Observatoire de l'EdTech, which means EdTech Observatory, which aims to give teacher access to what startups are doing around EdTech in France. So you can go and check it. It's nice to see what's around EdTech in France. It's a big website, and this is like a startup fund in this small graphic. It's just a small cartography of every startup doing things around education in France. So as you can see, there is a lot of people doing stuff around it in France. I won't try to translate everything, but There is things about orientation, helping children choose where they go after the mandatory curriculum, stuff for learning foreign languages, and we have really a lot of things and of good things in France. So look at the French edtech startups. There is we have a lot of great stuff.
Excuse me, Alan. May I ask you something? You told us that you have a long school days.
Yep.
So when how is after schools, and when this kids can go to this other tech schools? How does it work?
Okay, so I'm seeing the remarks from Veronica in the chat. Yes, that's true. I said long school days and she went go to school, but yes, we have since several years something called the 4 week, 4 day per week schools for children in primary, I guess. I'm not sure about how you say it in English. And we had people coming from association, from non-profit or companies doing a workshop inside the schools. That's where something really great that the government put in place. It's kind of in discussion at the moment. People are against it for a lot of reasons. I won't go into the details, but that's how it worked for the past 3 years, I guess. But children likes to, I guess, like everywhere, it depends on which social of the revenue of the parents. But usually, children try to do also activities out of school. But usually a school day starts at 8:30 up to a.m. up to 4:30 p.m. That's the usual school day in France. So it's more on the weekend or after school. But what I wanted to say, we are not like in some Nordic school where you don't have school for the afternoon and it's more for sports or things like that.
Okay, thank you. We have Chiara from Italy. Chiara, are you with us? I can see the picture, but I can hear. She's not here. Veronica, would you like to make a question?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I always have questions because if we don't have questions, why we can learn? Then I want to know if all that work you do are in a big team or only you and a few fellows? How can you work? Because it's difficult if somebody is the leader and the other say no, we're going to do it like that. How is
No, we are a small company. We are only 2. I have only 1 business partner on this, and but we are currently working with schools and some research group around pedagogy or education, and also game design. So we are really a small team, but we are working with other people, and I of course want to expand it.
Hi, Chiara. Are you calling? Who's calling? Well, some microphone problems, maybe. We can't hear Kayada, sorry. Okay. Any more questions, Veronica? Or anybody else? Any more questions? Okay. I'd like to thank you very much, Ilan, for
Welcome.
staying with us, joining us today.
Very much. I'm putting in the chat the website I was talking about around all the EdTech initiative in France. So have a look at it if you want. It's really well done. You can sort project by age group and several other specific points. But no, it's in English too. I didn't know it was in English too. Okay. Thank you very much. If anyone has more questions, you have me on Facebook. Don't hesitate to send me a message. I will be more than pleased to chat with you.
I don't know if you hear me. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I want to say in my team, we are from different levels. If Ilan wants to know about how to use something in kindergarten or primary school, not only in France, maybe in Mexico or places like that, we can share our knowledge about this, and we love to have companion like you and colleagues like you, and then you are always with our open arms here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Simon? Would you like to say something? We can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, we can't hear you, Simon. I don't know what happened.
Hello, Mara. Hi. Oh, why?
Yes.
This one that you asked me now.
So, Wanki, would you like to say something, please?
Yes, I hear your idea, and I'm very interesting. The French situations is very different from Korea, so it's very interesting. And I'm research and I'm studying the Echo 42 school. Though there is no teacher, there is no curriculum, so it's very interesting and very advanced curriculums, advanced educational system. So it's very interesting. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. It's really a great place, and I hope it will be more spread around the world. We are trying to. The school is trying to replicate its model around the world, but it needs funding. Our beloved French billionaire can fund the school in every country in the world. So he is looking for ways to expand it. But it's really a great place, and we're also asking ourselves about can it be developed for other topics than computer science. That's also something that we're trying to think about. So yeah, I've heard this week about a school teaching design, I guess, in Germany, around the same way of thinking only projects and reviewed by other peers. But I could put on the Facebook group if you want more info about the schools and how it works. I can do it without problem if you want.
Okay, that's great. Put in the group so everybody can access. Anybody else? I don't know, Simon. Sorry, we couldn't hear you. Would you like to try again? You have bad connection. Your microphone is not working. Sorry. Okay. So we can, no. Sorry. We can ask, we can go on with discussing in the group with questions, or anytime you can talk each other. Now you have the contacts, we all are in touch, so we can discuss. Thank you. Sophie, anybody else? Anders?
No, it's been a great presentation, so I'm satisfied. Really.
Thank you very much.
So you like the presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, great.
Hello?
Sophie, are you still with us?
Yes, it was really great. And I like the idea of commercializing the product. But I'm happy about the fact that he's ready to help in any way possible. And it's really a good idea to inspire our kids early on about the tech industry. So I'm really grateful to attend it, and I want to thank everybody who was present here today. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay, if we are done here, I would like to say that I'm very happy for having you all with us today. We are making this community each time more and more closer. And I'd like to announce that for next week, on Friday again, we have a Dell presentation. I would like to invite you all to participate in, and we're going to announce again, but he's going to talk about his has been working in, has making workshops about IoT, the Internet of Things. That's a new trend, and he's going he's been studying this a lot. So I'm going to learn something because I know almost nothing, but I think it'd be very interesting for you all. And we can prepare some questions and discuss in the next question. So here is the invitation for everybody to stick with us next session, okay? Next session on Friday with Adel Kassar from Tunisia. Okay? And we're looking forward Anders' presentation and Sophie's presentation as well. So let's go for it, guys. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.